Those who worship the Lord worship in spirit and truth. Those who say that they know Him must walk as He walked. Those who worship the Lord worship in spirit and truth. Those who say that they know Him must walk as He walked. He is the way and the truth, and in Him is the life. If we obey His word, then we walk in the light. He is the way and the truth, and in Him is the life. If we obey His word, then we walk in the light. If we say that we know Him, but we don't keep His word, then we walk in the darkness, and the truth's not in us. If we walk in the light, we will have fellowship sweet, and the blood of Jesus will cleanse us from sin. He is the way and the truth, and in Him is the life. If we obey His word, then we walk in the light. He is the way and the truth, and in Him is the life. If we obey His word, then we walk in the light. He is the way and the truth, and in Him is the life. If we obey His word, then we walk in the light. He is the way and the truth, and in Him is the life. If we obey His word, then we walk in the light.
Well, good morning, folks. Good to be with you this morning. I'm broadcasting live from Maine today. I am sitting here in a house in Columbus, Georgia. And I've got, as promised, I've got a special guest here. He's laughing at me. Here he is on camera, our brother, Bing. And we've been so rich already. Bing and I have never actually met. I'll give this to you of us. We have actually never met until just yesterday. We've been interacting with each other for 4 years, but not until yesterday did we get to embrace each other and talk to each other, and here we are, both side by side, and being able to chat, share with you this morning. And I'm kind of limited this morning. When I've got just my laptop in front of me. Usually I've got a couple of different screens going on, so I'm limited keeping up with the chat and controlling things here. So if you put something in the chat, I don't get to it right away. I just know that I will get to it, and we'll answer that when I go get to roll and see that. But Bang! Good morning. I don't want to hog all the time here, so good morning, and very excited to be here. You told me I was going here for coffee. And here we are sitting here with our coffee this morning and sharing together. You've been trying to work some while we've been together, but it's really been like non-stop conversation with us.
about, yeah.
Almost, we did sleep during the night last night. Nice little Airbnb that we have here. Bing and I got to know each other. I mean, why don't you tell a little bit of the story about how we kind of came across each other?
Well, 2017, both of our boys was attending a special school. Is that fair enough to say?
Yeah, you can even say
Our boys were attending Ranger School. And on that 62 days of school, there's a lot of prayers going on. We have we have a prayer board. We have a prayer chain, and pretty much we were both active in that particular side of Ranger School. Hence the reason why we were very much involved with that. And after our boys got their yellow tab, they ended up asking us to be part of the Rangers support group. And here we are, 4 years for me, 3 years for you. Close?
About the same. I got involved. We were involved with the prayer aspect of things.
Correct.
And we got involved at the same time
Did
with
we?
that. Yeah, because the boys, yours and mine, were in Ranger School, and so we just make sure audio is good now, and they're a little bit loud. So just want to make sure that we're all good now. Okay. It's a little bit hot for us. Make some adjustments. Okay, I think we're good. But it was through that. We really great together online. And now Don really has a desire to take this and run with it. The idea of very visuals and things. But Ranger School, I mean, we were both talking yesterday. Heightened our prayerfulness.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was already prayerful before Ranger School. I've been on that my prayer life a little bit more than what I was expecting. So that was actually good for me. When they said that Ranger School is not just for the students, it's actually for the supporters also, and that's what I got out of it.
Well, and what we did is we would write prayers and encourage the supporters to write prayers. So you'd have a 15-minute time slot, and in that slot we write prayers, share scriptures and things, and you might have 100 different supporters.
Correct. And also, I was just not supporting my son. I was also, what I did is we also have a prayer board, which is the names of all the Rangers, of students. So I would normally during my life was also a prayer warrior. During our prayers, we would read each name out loud in front of our prayer. That's how we looked up their names and then their success for the school. And then, of course, I belong to another faith, and during worship, that's how I would also bring up their names.
But this is a technical thing. You're watching. We might want to turn us off.
I'm off there.
That might be our issue. I think we might be getting reverb through there. We'll check our other setting. Let me know if we still have reverb.
I have my laptop in there. So
That should be okay.
I might be the problem.
Microphones.
Yeah, okay.
Folks better now on the reverb.
Sorry.
I'll double check. Folks want to be broadcast. So let's keep talking a little bit. I mean, tell us where you came from, your family, where you live, how you married that baby, and something about your family.
14 years, DC. Born and raised in the middle of the Philippines. Came here in 1974, landed in Burbank. Johnny Carson would say the retirement capital of the United States, that's Burbank, California. Went to school with a couple of people you guys might know, like Joni and Chachi, Happy Days Joni, and also Kristen McNichols. 9 out of 10 times, the 9 of 10 children grew up in a one-bedroom house in the middle of the Philippines. Went to school in Catholic Northridge, transferred to Kalawali, where I met my future queen area. I met her, and I had a friend with me when I saw her. And this here, there's a lot to this. When I saw her, I told my friend, I'm going to marry that girl. And he goes to me, you don't even know her. Well, I would marry her. So 10 years later after that, she said yes to me. We have 3 adult children, all married. Well, we have two grandchildren in Texas, 2 grandchildren in Hawaii, and right now we are splitting our time in between Hawaii, Texas, and California for work. Born Catholic, nominal. Growing up, very lukewarm. Ended up in the 90s, 95, we were invited to some sort of class. They called it a Life Christian Series. It's a 13-week class, Friday night. And it talks about it's basically a renewal, evangelistic Catholic renewal community. And when they told me it was 13 weeks on a Friday night, I want that. But my wife wanted it. So I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And week after week, I really wanted to come back. Because I saw a lot of good things about it, which actually triggered my wanting to learn more about him. A lot of good programs, and after 13 weeks, they asked me, would you like to join? And I go, yeah, definitely. It triggered my wanting to learn about him a little bit more. They have a relationship with him. So there are a lot of things that I did over the years that I did that I think this is the best way to get to know him a little bit more. I went to school for it. I 3 years. I was in Marymount in LA, and another year for LA Diocese.
So out of that 13-week experience, groups became a big component. That's the term I'm using. But community. And so now I think that's part of what you do now. Tell us more about what your group's like and what they do.
Well, after you say yes, after going through the classes, and you say yes, well, I'd like to join this community, you are assigned to a group or a household. Now, that household you have couples, and that will be led by another couple, and then we call that household. There, we meet once a week, and then they agree day and time. We share prayers, we worship the Lord together. We bring up our concerns, and we have a little bit of teaching. And then we have fellowship. We feel that fellowship is about 10-15% fellowship. We feel that is important that to enjoy and be close to each other. So you actually have a brotherly and sisterly relationship with everyone, or actually be comfortable in reaching out to someone.
And you learn to care for each other.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. They become your extended family. Sometimes they're better than your own family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, see, this is something that we talk about too, and some people get to participate or choose to participate. And we always feel people who choose to not participate in some type of ongoing group like that are missing out.
Correct.
Now, even studies. I mean, you did a 13-week study. Some people might say, okay, I'll do a study like that, and that might be a starting point. And that might be all that they can do. Some people don't like to do, or they're interested. Other people say, can we keep going?
Correct. And that's basically what this program was doing. Is that those 13 weeks, which if you were going, if we were there this one school, this would be like elementary, those 13 weeks. And every week you talk about, it's structured pretty much. So you have a subject that they talk about, and then they would discuss. And it'll start opening up your mind. It starts, it makes you want to ask for more. So, it triggers your interest. Sure. Yeah.
Now, you got involved in that a long time ago, but then life happened.
Correct.
And you got busy. Because we talked about this yesterday. There came a point where you kind of just began to kind of drift, maybe not away from the
I
Lord.
wouldn't say Brit. I just chose a different. After 7 years, I just chose a different service because I felt that was constricting me, or I didn't like the way it was going. When you start changing things and it's no longer hitting you, then you look for something else to say, well, this is what I'm looking for. Well, the 7 years that I left, I didn't find what I was looking for. Even though I'm telling Lord, where you want me to go? I served in churches. I had a mental fellowship, Bible stuff. I had all the stuff that I was doing in the community, but I couldn't find it to make me want it. I was like going through a motion. One day we had an accident.
Yeah, tell us, because that was a kind of a pivot point for you in your life.
Yeah, so 7 years that I was kind of absent with my service. One day, my two boys on their way home, they were 16 and 15. They got into an accident. One vehicle accident, my boy hit a tree, and it was bad. It was bad to the point where it took about 45 minutes for the rescue to peel him off the truck, and they had to fly him by helicopter to our trauma center. That particular time, being involved in community, so I got to deal with a lot of people. And please pray for my son. Please pray for my son. So at that time, between the scene of the accident and the hospital, I probably have 1,000 to 5,000 people praying for my son, but I wasn't satisfied. I was not to the point satisfied. I wanted to make sure that, I know one thing that's very important is my son. So, I don't know if you guys have done this before. If you really made a deal with the Lord, or you challenged him. I didn't challenge him, but I made a deal with him, and on the way to the hospital, I said, Lord, give me back my son. You'll get me back. Give him back to me. Because at that particular time, I was already thinking about the worst, because I was seeing this thing. It was in front of me. And I was seeing spinal column, because my wife's cousin was there with us. He's a doctor. And he's saying, his older brother, it's not looking good. It looks like my guy has a spinal issue here. So my life was changing at that particular time. I think I'm going to have to prepare for him. Meaning I need to take care of him. I need to carry him. I need to clothe him. I need to bathe him. I need to feed him. I was ready for that. But on the way to the hospital, Lord, if you come back to me, you're going to get me back. And it went from supposedly a spinal issue to maybe it'll be at the hospital 5 days. And then I was at the hour. Doctors would come in and like surprised, like this is the one that got him. They have this big question mark, bewildered, and so being in the hospital 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 days, when ended up leaving the following day. It's amazing. So I promised the Lord that I'm going to serve Him. So I And then after that one, I went back to a community that does the same thing. And then North Street people, and basically our vision is to bring back that families across. And that's what I've been doing. On capacity. It could be music ministry, it could be giving a talk, it could be picking up trash, cleaning the bathroom after we're done, serving food, cooking food, that type of deal. All capacity. And then of course, any kind of service, you get tired sometimes and you get dry sometimes. So I go back to that incident. And that would just fuel me again.
When you told the Lord your story, Lord, you get the rest of my life.
The rest of my life. And that's exactly what I said. You get back. So again, a little lukewarm with my service. I go back to that incident and that scene. I'm driving with my wife. And it's okay. I'm sorry. About that.
Well, and I think it's important for us to have those times that we maybe look back to, and anchor us. And so for you with boys, like that's one of those. And your area we talked about, you've done a lot of things over your years. Retreats is one of those things that you've gone to, and I've talked a little bit about it. I've never got to experience, I've done retreats, but I think there's some spiritually formative types of things that you guys have done at your retreats. Sometimes we haven't done. Tell me about some of the rich experiences of retreats that you had or led or any of those things.
Well, we've done weekend retreats for adults. We've done weekend retreats for young adults and even teenagers. We talked about, one of the hardest, we would think that the hardest people to evangelize with the kids. Because they have teenagers, I say, just to be specific. But they are the most, teenagers are the most welcome. At least in my experience, I don't know other people's experience, but they are the most welcome group of people welcoming me to the Lord. And then they're very receptive about all the talks that we give out there. First, they will be resistant. They come tell that on the first hour. They'll give us, but once they get there for first group conversation, interaction, they come back feeling a little different. I remember going to a weekend retreat. Nobody wanted to be there. And you ask them, why are you here? Well, because my parents told me. Or I had to. Or else. So you tell these kids, well, you're already here. You'll be miserable for 3 days if you don't put any effort on it. Might as well give it a shot. And there's years later, they're still thanking you for encouraging them to open up. And I actually have a few kids that would, every time they see me in church, they would say, oh, Mr. Bing, thank you so much. Oh, okay. What did we do? So we do. The kids, the talks are the same, but they're learned differently according to the audience. They said to be able to communicate to a millennial, you need to think like a millennial. So when you give a talk to teenagers, you need to be able to talk there. And use their words or use their expression.
It's true.
Yeah.
We're going to try something. We'll go to our listening audience. I hate doing this. We're going to go offline for a moment. It seems like I can't completely fix what's going on. No, that's not. I don't think it's the computer. Friends, so you're going to lose us for a moment, and then we're going to come back live again. I hate doing this, but think I need to make an adjustment to something to see if that'll help. So, friends, we're gonna jump out, and we're gonna jump back in, and we'll see what happens here. I can't make this adjustment while we're live, so, we'll be right back here momentarily.